Well, hello, welcome everybody. Today is it's not a Facebook Friday. We are doing our online card making class today. And it's so funny. I'm trying to figure out, there's like this little thing that's kind of on the corner. Can you guys see that? I don't know what that is. I guess I'm not going to worry about it. I feel like it's way over here. And I'm like, I keep moving things and I don't know what it is. So weird. Okay, so I am swiping over and swiping back. Well, hello, Mr. MJ McGuire. You are the first eyeball I'm seeing. Hello. So yeah, we've got the camera faced down today for the online card making class, which is what we are doing right here. So thank you guys for joining us. Pop on and say hello. I'm going to keep doing the swipe over and swipe back so that I make sure I see who is joining us. And I'm going to be going down to see Mike this afternoon. We had a weekend off last weekend, so it's been for forever since we've seen each other. So going to be lovely to get together this weekend. So going down there this afternoon. So yes, you are here today with me. We are making, I'm going to kind of lift this up. I don't have a good way to zoom in. So I sure hope anyway. Hello, Miss Sharon. Good morning. I hope you're feeling better today. So I have been sharing, these are the 4 awesome projects that we are going to be making today on our online card making class. So kind of like I do in our local simple beautiful card class. Hello, Marge. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. So same idea where we're going to make 4 awesome projects using lots and lots of good new stuff. But we're going to do it online today. So same idea as I run with my local Simple Beautiful card class, but again, it's going to be online instead. So anybody can join us. If the time doesn't work for you, you know that we have that local class, or you're not close to us, so you just can't like physically get here to class. This is the other option for you, is to come hang out with me and participate in our online card making class instead. So same again, as I run my Simple Beautiful card class, you will get all of the parts and pieces to make these 4 beautiful projects with your online order. So when you put a $50 order in, the link will be in the description of this Facebook Live video after I get it uploaded once we're done today. So there'll be a link, super quick and easy and simple link for you to put your order in. I promise your list is going to be way longer than $75 in terms of fun stuff that you think you're going to need once you see these beautiful projects. But I will send you all the parts and pieces. I will do all of the die cutting for you. I'll send you any of the embellishments, the ribbon, twine, anything you need to create these projects. The designer series paper, basically everything is cut and ready to go. The only thing I can't do is the stamping. So obviously no ink and no stamping is included in the project. So you'll want to make sure that you have those, but everything else will be included, like I said, and ready to go for you. So I will ship this class to you for free as well. I cover that shipping cost to get these projects sent out to you. Okay, so just so everybody kind of understands that as well. I'm trying to think, I had some notes here, so I just have to do a quick double check and make sure that I have told you guys everything that I wanted to. The other thing, actually, so let me show you. There will be a link. So I also have a blog post too that'll, an email, lots of different ways to communicate with you guys too. So this is a list of all of the products that we are using. Sandra, hello and welcome. So I've got my basic tools, and then I've got each of the cards. So card number 1 and everything used, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, and then there are also measurements. So that if you want to recreate these projects in addition to getting that card kit shipped to you for free with your $50 order, you've got everything that you need to know in terms of what we used and product codes and sizes and all of that. So in addition to this Word document that I have created, I also put together like an online shopping cart. So there is a link again in the description to this Facebook Live video. You can click on that link and it already have in your shopping cart all of these items. Now, obviously, you're going to have some of these things, so you just go in and you like click the box to take anything off that you don't want to order, but anything that you do want to order, there's a list right there, and you can just include those right in your shopping cart and shop away. So super simple, easy way to do that, okay? The other thing too, so these cards are free with your $50 order. If you bump your order up to $75, you're also going to be eligible to get our product of the month. So you're going to go in and do your shopping anyway, right? Like I said, I'm going to give you lots of reasons to spend at least $75, if not way more than that. So you'll be able to get that product of the month if you haven't gotten it already for just $5, okay? So there's, just so you guys know, only one product of the month per customer account. So if you've already gotten a product of the month, now there are two different ones. There's a stamp set, and then the True Blue Floral Designer Series paper from December is still available too. So you have two different options there to pick from. Okay. All right. I think we are going to get ready, or we're going to start stamping, right? Okay. So let me grab, I've got my Stampin' Glass mat here, and let's see. Yeah, I always like to like bring it out later because we have that glare that I don't love. So there. Okay, so I think we're good. I always like to get this. I think we're centered, so we'll be able to see everything. And hello, Miss Deb. Okay, so I need to do this swipe over and swipe back because I'm realizing it's telling me that people are watching, but I'm not seeing any comments yet. And I bet you guys are commenting. I hope you are. If you're not, say hello, right? I want to hear what you guys are up to, how you're all doing. Okay, so first card we have, all right, let's see. Let me make sure, right? Okay, so this is our first project. Isn't this card? Okay, I got to get my glasses on and my hair. So you guys, you're going to laugh because I'm like, ooh, since I don't have to show my face, or I'm not showing my face on this online card class, my hair is still wet. So my glasses are wet because I put them on top of my head. So anyway, I had to get those cleaned off. But yes, here is our first project, this beautiful happy birthday card with some of our gorgeous Designer Series paper. And you know what I realized? I'm like, ooh, this is going to be really, really good to help me tell you guys what the products are. So this Designer Series paper is the Brushed with Beauty Designer Series paper. I have to show you guys that one more time, right? So you can see that. It's funny because comments are still not popping up, which is so weird. But so you can see I kind of cut. So you want to make sure when you do this cutting of your Designer Series paper that you cut it kind of consecutively across there so that it all, you know, kind of flows together with just those little bits of, I've got a piece of gold foil behind there too. Yes, Deb says good morning. She shared the video, and Burr, it's cold outside. Oh my goodness, really, I haven't been out really much. I took Storm out to go potty, and I've done this lately. I'm like, I just stand at the door and have him on his leash and like, okay, go potty. I don't even go outside with him. So yeah, there's enough snow that it doesn't matter where he goes potty right now. But yes, it is very, very cold. Okay, so the other thing you guys need to know is this embossing folder is called the Stone and Vine embossing folder. The other thing that you guys definitely need to know about is we are using our product of the month for January. This is, again, when you put a $75 order in online, you are eligible to get this product of the month for just $5. So here is the fabulous saying stamp set. So you can see we use that happy birthday sentiment on this card right here. Okay. All right. So we will... Oh, I also have to show you guys, because this card, the layout was absolutely inspired by my friend, Sue Bradley. I'm sorry, Lori. I was putting, all of a sudden I'm like brain fart. So Sue is another good friend of ours, but this is from Lori Bradley, not Sue Bradley, but Lori Bradley made this gorgeous swap card. And I just loved it so much that I was like, okay, I really wanted to just make this card outright. And then I found this piece of Designer Series paper instead. I'm like, ooh, that'll be really fun to do that one instead. But thank you, Miss Lori Bradley, for your inspiration on the design of that card. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get all of our parts and pieces out for our first project. Okay, we'll just show you these as we go too. Okay. Let got some ink, gonna do some stamping. Okay. All right, so I would say first step, the only thing we actually do, hello, Miss Anna, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Okay, we are gonna do our embossing first because we actually don't have any die cutting to do, but let's do the embossing for that crumb cake piece. We're gonna do that first here. So we've got this one here, my embossing folder. Okay, we're gonna do that right there. So this is a beautiful new embossing folder. To me, these embossing folders are like magic. You start out with, you know, a flat piece of cardstock, right? So here's your example, right? Trying to get another one of these. There's our flat before. Thank you, Anna. I know, I love the florals on this card too. Okay, so here, this is what we started with, a piece of crumb cake cardstock, right? Just flat, boring, simple, basic, and then what do we end up with? So that's actually the back side. We're gonna flip it over, but here is, again, what is this one called? The stone and vine embossing folder. Isn't that so pretty? Look at all of that detail. I mean, I think that's amazing that you start out with that piece of cardstock and you end up with this beautiful creation right there. So embossing folders are one of my favorite things because I think they're just a great, powerful, simple wow that happens when you do your embossing. Okay. So let's see, what else are we going to do? We're going to grab some ink pads. Let's do our stamping, actually. So let me show you. On the inside, I had to use a pretty flower. This is still one of my favorite stamp sets, this Petals of Beauty stamp set. So we used these two flower stamps from the Petals of Beauty stamp set just to kind of add a little something fun on the inside of our card. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. So we have a thick white piece of cardstock to start with. Okay, we're going to use basic beige for kind of the background piece. So as always, that nice easy tap, tap, tap. I'm going to press straight down, lift straight up, and then we are going to layer over the top of that with some crumb cake ink. Okay. So let's see, let me make sure I've got the right one. And so I'm going to just flip this so I know that is all ready to go. And you know what? I think maybe I might have even stamped off. Let's see. Nope, I don't think I did. I'm looking. Yeah, that one looks pretty darn similar, doesn't it? I was trying to remember. That's another technique you can use. You could use crumb cake ink for both of the stamps. And in the first one, just stamp it off so it's a little bit lighter. And then with that kind of extra detail, you can stamp over top of it. So kind of two different ways you can use that stamp set right there. That, again, the Petals of Beauty, most gorgeous stamp set. Okay, let's flip that back down. So now we are going to take, this is just a strip, like a 1-inch wide strip of basic white cardstock, and we're going to grab our happy birthday stamp. Nice, easy. I say it a million times, right? Just this tap, tap, tap. I'm going to put it over a little bit because I want to have room. There we go. For my twine on the end there. Okay. All right. I am going to clean these stamps off because I don't want to get ink all over other places. Using some of my basic tools, the Simply Chamois is my all-time favorite basic tool. Just kind of clean those little guys off right there. Quick, easy, simple. Now we need some adhesive. Here we go. We've got our adhesive right here. So we are first of all going to add our embossed piece of crumb cake cardstock. And again, if you pull up the Word document that has all of the products that we used, at the end of that are the measurements for these pieces as well. But again, if you put a $50 order in online through me, you're going to get all these parts and pieces sent to you. So you have all the measurements right there with your pieces as well. Okay, I was trying to remember how I did that one. Okay, so we are going to take, let's scoot this here. I need my little silicone mat. And we're gonna lay these pieces down in order, but then we need to, they might have gotten a little like flipped around. So I need to make sure they're all going the right direction. And I think, so does that looks like, does that look like it? Let's see, does this one go? There we go. That looks like a consistent pattern, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna flip these over and I'm gonna put adhesive on them. It's easier to do that before you put adhesive than after, and you're kind of flipping back and forth and not, oops, we're gonna go this way, not totally sure. Okay, so we're gonna just run some, oh, that's the other thing too. You don't wanna put it way up at the top because you're gonna put it on, so I want it down a little bit lower. That's gonna be okay. But don't put it way up at the top because it kind of floats off the edge of this gold piece. We're supposed to remember that. Okay, so we are going to put our first piece, and we'll do a double check and make sure that I'm still going the right direction, because it depends, like, right, if I, yeah, I already think I did that backwards, didn't I? I like flipped one. Here I was so careful in how, there we go. I think this one's going to go this way. We'll try this. Had them all lined up on that piece, and then I think I might have flipped them. There we go. Yep, that one. Isn't this so funny now? I'm like, am I doing them all? Okay, we'll get this. There's that one. There, that looks good, right? So do we go this way? I think I flip them. I flipped it over, didn't I? I was trying to remember what I did on that first one, and I couldn't, but I think that's what I did. Okay, and then we're going to flip this one. Yep, okay. That looks consistent. There we go. All right. And I did a good job too, right? It doesn't, you know, honestly, if it's not absolutely perfect, that's okay, because I don't think you notice that, like how far things are kind of floating off the edges. But I am kind of purposefully trying to get the edge of that gold foil and the designer series paper with my dimensionals so that it kind of holds everything in place. Actually, we're going to put a couple more right in the middle there just so it doesn't like bow at all. Okay, now we are going to pull these babies off and add them to our card. So yeah, this designer series paper, now I have so many things stacked all over it, is still some of my favorite paper. The flowers, like Anna said, and I think they go really well with this vine embossing folder, the stone and vine, I think it's called. Yes, the stone and vine embossing folder. I think they complement each other very, very well. Here's another peek at that stamp set too that we just used, the Fabulous Saying stamp set. Again, this is the product of the month, still available. When you spend $75, which you know is not difficult to do, you can get this stamp set for just $5. Like, you're already going to do your shopping, right? So go do your shopping, and then look at that. You get this beautiful stamp set for just $5. Reward for doing what you're probably already going to do, right? Okay. Yes, Brushed with Beauty designer series paper. That's what that one is called. Okay, I'm doing my swiping over and swiping back again just to make sure. Okay, we're going to add some adhesive. We're going to just kind of run. I don't think that went all the way across. There we go. We're going to just run that there. Okay, we're going to kind of center, kind of from side to side centering, not so much top to bottom, right? Then the most beautiful, these are my absolute favorite new gems. These are called the Pearlized Faceted Circles. So I think they're just, it's like they're diamonds, they're beautiful diamonds, but in these really pretty soft colors, right? So some of my favorite, probably my most favorite new embellishment that we have. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of add, we're going to just sprinkle a few of these little babies onto our card. Gonna put maybe that one, maybe we'll do that one like right there, right? And then we'll do one more. We're gonna do one more. I'm using the biggest ones because I want them to really kind of pop off of my card there, right? Okay. So we've got those. And then lastly, we have, this is our early espresso in old olive and linen thread. So we're going to make a double bow, and we're going to add this to our card. And what I find is, because it's kind of all curled, you know, around that little bolt. If you just kind of pull on it, it straightens it out. Makes it, I like it curly, but it makes it a little bit more futzy to work with. So if you straighten it out a little bit, I think it's a little bit easier to tie your double bow. Ooh, I made that end pretty short. So funny, I never really quite, I want to do that again. We're going to make, where's that end? We're going to make that a tiny bit longer. There we go. Okay, we're going to try this one more time, right? Put that guy right through there, and there is our pretty bow. With the double, you're like, where are the loops and where are the ends of my bow? Sometimes it's a little hard to figure out, but you know, with some effort, you can figure that out too. Okay, we're gonna just put that right there. I've got we need a mini glue dot. We are going to attach that, oops, right there. And we're going to add that. And there we go. First card, this beautiful happy birthday card. Isn't that gorgeous? Love, 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 love. So tell me, are you guys, do you love that designer series paper? Have you guys played with it? I'm curious to know if you guys have that yet or not. That I think actually came out, might have been with our November online exclusives. It's been a little bit, but yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to play with it as much as I wanted. So we're playing with it again today. Okay, so yeah, we talked about, I'm just trying to make sure I kind of highlight all of the products on that card. But yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so again, product of the month, stamp set used on that card. Next we have, oh my gosh, this designer series paper has been some of my favorite. And as I'm doing this, I'm realizing, okay, rewind just for a moment, because I'm like, I need to tell you guys about a couple of things too, in case you don't know. Designer series paper share, I have 4 left. 4 or 5. So if you are interested, please let me know. You get 14 different packs of paper, a quarter of a pack of the paper. It's just $50. I'm throwing in the natural hues textured specialty paper for free as a thank you for ordering this beautiful paper share. So can you see? I'm not even going to open it. I've done a video and showed it on Facebook Lives, but look at all, you get so much paper. There's this huge, huge stack of designer series paper that you get in your paper share. It's a quarter of a pack of all 14 packages of paper in our spring mini catalog and our new January online exclusives. So let me know if you're interested. You can even comment right down in the details of this Facebook Live video if you're interested. Okay. Oh, one other thing I want to mention, because all of a sudden we were at our team meeting this week and I was like, oh, okay. So these are examples of our 2024-2026 in colors. So when I say they end in 2026, that means they're going to end really soon. So if you need you need these gems, you need ribbon, cardstock, ink refill, markers, blends, embellishments, any of that stuff in these colors. Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Summer Splash, Petunia Pop, and what's the other one? There's another is it Shaded Shamrock? Make sure you get what you need in these in colors, because what are we, January? Probably in the next month or so, things are going to start kind of selling, and then they'll put them on the last chance list, and then those things will just fly off the shelves, ladies. So get those products while you can. That could be another great way for you to put your order in to get that $75 threshold and be able to get that product of the month, right? Okay, so in the meantime, our next card is this beautiful sympathy card. We've got I probably said like Shaded Shamrock or something, didn't I? Shy Shamrock. I knew it was a shamrock. I knew it was a shamrock, Sharon. That's like sing-songy, rhymey, isn't it? I love it. Okay, so yes, back to this sympathy card, just gorgeous. So again, this is the, let me make sure. Yes, the Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper is what we used on this card. Some of the gals that came to our team meeting and did our shoebox swap will recognize this card. I made a similar version of it, not exactly the same version, but a similar version of this card we made at our team meeting. I know, so close, right, Sharon? So close. But I love, so just that gorgeous, again, Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper. We used also some of our new, this is brand new. This is a Secret C bordered ribbon. So it's thinner than like the faux linen ribbon that we have, but it's got, so it's like a kind of a really nice, lightweight, gauzy ribbon. And then it's got the, you know, kind of the darker edge, very nice and easy to work with. So I'm loving this new ribbon. Again, it's a Secret C bordered open weave ribbon. Okay. All right. Let's see, we've got that and that we have all these parts and pieces. What else do I want to tell you guys about on this card? Oh, well, we're going to do some more embossing. This time we're using the beautiful pattern embossing folder. Very kind of, this is more of a subtle pattern, I feel like. The other one really popped off the card. Also some Moody palette dots. This is another new product that kind of, it's part of the whole suite that goes with this Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper. So this is kind of a funny, the backside, if I would have cut this properly, these are great for like card fronts. They've got some beautiful patterns on the backside. You just can't quite tell that right now, but I love that kind of stripe. I totally love that flower. And then these are super cute too, right? Okay, so again, you can kind of see these things all coordinate very nicely together too with our Secret C card base. The stamp set we used is called the Prayers and Promises stamp set. So we used this So Sorry for Your Loss sentiment. And then on the inside, it's this one right here. As you grieve, may your memories comfort you, your faith strengthen you, and may hope heal your heart. So beautiful sentiment. You can see lots of great sentiments in this stamp set, right? We've got this sending love, I'm here for you, give it to God, He cares for you always. May you feel God's care and healing as you recover. That's the one we used on our card, the So Sorry for Your Loss. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Praying that the Lord's promises will bring you hope and comfort in the days ahead. Keeping you in my thoughts, holding you in my heart, and remembering you in my prayers. And then again, that's the other sentiment we used on the inside of the card. So beautiful, beautiful stamp set. This is one of those that I will keep. These are just amazing sentiments. I get rid of a lot of my stamp sets as they, go onto the retiring last chance list as they're not available anymore. But this is one, unfortunately, you can always use those beautiful sentiments. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? We are going to use some dies. Hello, Miss Philomena. Thanks for joining us. So these are the Creative Haven dies. We're going to use these two dies, which are probably this die and this die in kind of the pictures there. Thank you for sharing the video too, Miss Philomena. I appreciate that. And I think that's it. Yeah. I was trying to see, I have this stamp set, the Friendly Foliage, which is still one of my all-time favorite stamp sets. And I was thinking, you know what? I think we stamped on the envelope. We did. We used a little bit of, let me show you. Because I'm like, why do I have this stamp set in this tub? But that's why. So coming to class, people will be able to use that little stamp right there from the Friendly Foliage stamp set on their envelope. That's why that's there. Okay, so yeah, because I'm doing these cards, we'll also be making, if you're local, you can come hang out with us next Tuesday, which I think is maybe the 27th, January 27th, 6 o'clock at the Peace Lutheran Church right here in Alma. You can come make these beautiful cards with us. So Anna, which one, did you order this stamp set? I'm thinking, because I've been going on and on about it. You are saying that did you order this one, the Prayers and Promises stamp set? Any of them. They're all beautiful. You can't go wrong. You need all of them, right? For sure. Okay, let's see what we've got going here. I lost some paper on the floor, but I think it would be all right. Okay, so what are we doing with this card first, I guess is what I want to say. I know what we're doing, but what do we want to do first? Okay, let's see. We are going to do some stamping and some embossing. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's do we've got our So Sorry for Your Loss. Let's do that first. We're going to grab, that's going to be this one right here. Okay, So Sorry for Your Loss. I'm going to stamp that right on there, and we'll do that die cutting. But isn't that beautiful? Just that beautiful cursive font too. Love that. Then on the inside of our larger piece, we are going to stamp. Yay, you got the product of the month. I love it. Yeah, if you haven't gotten it yet, it's just a great, like, you know, with lots of different occasion sentiment stamp set. Very versatile, I guess, is probably the word to use on that. Okay, and then here we go. You guys can see this one also. As you grieve, may your memories comfort you, your faith strengthen you, and may hope heal your heart. Beautiful sentiment, right? Okay, we are going to do some die cutting and some embossing now. So let's see. We'll do that embossing in a sec. Here we go. We've got these. We need this thing right here. I'm like covering that up. I got to figure out, what do I need to die cut? Actually, first, let's clean these stamp sets off, or stamps. Okay. There. Then we're not getting that secret sea ink all over places we don't want it, because that's a super strong color, isn't it? Right? Okay. Do this one here. All right, so this banner is going to go on there, and then I am going to trim this white piece down a little bit. There we go. Okay. I'm going to do this. Oh, one of the neighbors is out snow blowing, and he's coming all the way down in front of my house. So nice. Those men with their snow blowers are just like the greatest guys ever, I think. Probably because I don't have a snow blower. So yeah, love it when they're like, oh yeah, this is so much fun being out playing in the snow, right? And they just keep going down the sidewalk, right? So thank you, neighbor. I'm not even sure he's all bundled up. I'm not even sure which neighbor it is. Okay, there we go. So sorry for your loss. And then with that little, just that cute little tag piece on the top there, right? And then I love this banner also on that stripey designer series paper. Another good one, right? Okay. Put those back in there. And then we are going to do some embossing. So let's just grab this. It's funny because one embossing folder I used the other day wasn't a 3D embossing folder, and so I didn't need my gray platform piece. I needed a different, well, the two clear cutting ones that you normally use when you're die cutting, and I haven't done that in so long, so I was almost confused, like, oh my gosh, what do I need here? We're gonna roll that back through here too. Okay, yeah, most of them are thicker, right? Have you guys noticed that? Most of them are like the thicker 3D. So let's see. There we go. There's that one. Isn't that so pretty? Gorgeous, right? Okay, we're gonna scoot this out of the way. I'm trying to think if I've done 2 cards with embossing on them. I don't know if we have any more embossing or not. So I was kind of trying to remember. Let's see. I'll just scoot some things out of the way so I don't get too confused. You know, it happens very easily these days, right, ladies? Okay, so let's kind of look at what we're working with here, right? Okay, so we're going to add our embossed basic white piece. Okay. Oops. We're going to add this one to our cloud cover piece. And again, there will be a link to the Word document that has all of the measurements, all of the products, everything that we're using on these cards, especially the stamp sets, so that if you are interested in getting this online card class shipped to you for free, you just need to put an order in through me of at least $50, and I will send you all of these parts and pieces. Again, I can't do the stamping, so I will do, for example, I'll do that die cutting for you, and then you'll do your own stamping on there, okay? Let's see, next we are going to add this piece of Designer Series paper. Again, one of the prettiest patterns in, what is that paper called again? The Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper. We have to move that right there, and then we don't have that glare. It's just a thing for me, ladies. Don't need to see that glare or reflection, right? Okay. Put those two there. That can go back there. All right, and then the back side. Ooh, I see the red. Do you see the, yeah, we've got a little while to go there, right? I'm looking at it like, oh no, don't run out while we're on our online card making class. It could happen, which would be fine, you know. Okay, so before I put this down or attach it to the card, I guess I'll say, I'm going to put, let's see. Yes, you love this DSP too, Philomena. It's been such a, I don't know. This is one I've used, I think, at least 2 packs. If not, I might even be on my 3rd pack by now. I've used it a lot. Okay, so we're going to do this. We are, well, hi, Miss Debbie. Thanks for the share. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so this is kind of my new, well, let's see. We're going to put some dimensionals behind here first of all. And then I'll show you what we're going to do here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to peel these babies off. And, oops, I think I still have one. My fingers are pretty dry right now, I'm sure, with this weather, right? Okay, there we go. And, yep, got just a few things of linen thread there, right? Okay, so we are going to, we are tying this in a bow, right? I was trying to remember how much linen thread do I need. So this is another one. I like it kind of curly, but if you need to straighten it out to work with it, just kind of pull on it and it will straighten it. Okay, so we're just going to tie a little bow. This has been like this cute little thing I've enjoyed doing, is tying twine around a little blip strip of ribbon, right? You just have to kind of, Debbie, that's funny. Well, is everyone staying warm? Debbie wants to know. I would say if you stay inside, you have a much better chance of staying warm, right? Hopefully everyone is staying warm. Yeah, just don't go outside, right? That will be a big help. Okay, and then let's see, lastly, we are going to add a couple of our Moody palette dots to this project to kind of complete it. So we're going to use, this is one of the little Secret C dots. Scoot that. There we go. We're going to do one Secret C. You know what's so funny? Do you see I've got like a little glue dot on there, which tells me that I, you know, took an embellishment off of one of these things and it didn't get put on a project, but I can't remember. I'm, you know, usually paying attention to that. So now I'm trying to get it off the little Barbie spatula and then also off my fingers, and it will not. All right, I just have to save it, right? It's telling me, don't throw me away because you're going to need me at some point. Okay, and then normally this little spatula is pretty handy, but it's not. There we go. There we go. Okay, so then a little tiny cloud cover one. Yes, staying warm inside and keeping your pets inside. Yes, absolutely. It's way too cold for the doggies to be outside. All right, so there is card number 2. Beautiful. And I love those dots too, right? Moody palette dots, they're called. Moody palette. That's kind of a funny moody palette, right? I guess, right? But very, very pretty. Okay, so that was project number 2. All right. We're going to keep working along here, ladies. And actually, I'm going to bring these back over. I'm going to get that rid of there too, okay? Okay. All right, another beautiful card. What do I want to tell you guys about this one? This is our 3rd card already. I feel like we are just cruising right along on these. Beautifully Celebrated is the name of the bundle that we are using. I'm trying to trying to spread these sheets out over here on the side, help myself out. Then I'm covering up other things that I'm going to need. And it's so dry, I have to keep sipping on water too. Okay, but here is our next project with some more gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This one is called the Lovely and Beautiful Designer Series paper. And we used just a little bit of stamping, kind of a different fold on this one. I don't know. I guess it's not. Is it kind of a tri-fold? Sharon, you'll have to tell me if you're still watching. Is that called a tri-fold? I'm not so good with the lingo, I guess, ladies. Okay, we're going to put those parts and pieces right there. Oh my gosh, I feel like my stomach is going to start rumbling. Like all of a sudden I'm like, I am hungry, which I had breakfast not very long ago. So that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's where we're at. Thank you, Philomena. I agree. They're all so pretty. And not that I can really take credit. Basically, it's all these beautiful stamps and dies. So actually, let me start with, because this is what happened with this, right? These are called the Beautiful Celebrate, or beautifully, yeah. I'm trying to read it and it's like the phone is in the way. The Beautifully Celebrated dies. So of course, I saw these label dies and I was like, well, I'm a sucker for the label dies. I gotta buy these dies. And then I'm like, well, I might as well get the stamp set too. Yes, maybe an offset tri-fold. Oh, that's good, Sharon. That's a great name for this card. Yes, ladies, I'm sharing with you now my offset tri-fold card. Don't I sound super official? Yeah. I wish. I'm anything but super official. Okay, so Beautifully Celebrated stamp set. I'm like, well, if I'm going to get the dies, I might as well get the stamp set, get the bundle, because these are great sentiments too, right? We've got A Day to Remember. This calls for a celebration. Simply the Best. And then these kind of spriggy, leafy details. Ooh, or an offset gatefold. Yeah. I'm going tri-fold. Offset tri-fold. I'll have a better chance of remembering that one, I think, Sharon. That's cute. Thank you for your help, Miss Sharon. Awesome, awesome. All right. So yeah, does that ever happen to you guys where you're like, but then I'm like, oh, these are really pretty too, right? So these 2 dies right here are going to cut these guys out of the stamp set too. So there's definitely a lot of good uses. And I have definitely used these, we use that little stamp set kind of, right? So we've got the Simply the Best sentiment that is right there. And then I use these little guys right there, right? I did a couple of those on the label then also. I'm seeing Sharon. Sounds very fancy. Yes, very fancy. That's me. Very fancy also. Oh, Sharon, I'm cracking myself up here. Thank you for allowing me to, find humor in the day today, right? Okay, so let's see. Actually, I think I'm going to do the die cutting first for all of these, and then we're going to do our stamping, because you can see there, right? That is a trick to get that stamp. Yeah, did I do that? I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I think we can. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm like going back and forth with myself. Like, do I want to? Yeah, we're gonna try it. We're gonna do our die cutting first, and then we'll do our stamping, which is backwards. Don't always do it like that, but that's what we're doing here, ladies. Okay, actually, let's scoot those up there too. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to do this die cutting. All right, so we're going to lay our pieces of cardstock out on our platform here and get everything all die cut. Okay, so we've got the biggest one on soft seafoam, the smaller version on our basic white. We've got a little fresh freesia and some old olive, and we're just love adding just a little bit of texture with those, I don't know, like leafy spriggy dies is what I like to call them. There we go. And you just kind of, they just kind of get tucked behind that basic white label. Okay, let's see. It's funny. I'm like seeing my table. But yeah, right. This is probably what your table looks like too, right, ladies? After the crafter math sets in. Okay, so let's see. But aren't these, so yeah, if you haven't seen, don't know about these, again, the beautifully celebrated dies, that's 2 of them. I think there are 5 different ones in there. Some of them are really good size also. They're just beautiful, right? All the little detail around the edges. Okay, and then let's see. Ooh, that's very handy. Let's see. Is that one gonna, there. Okay. So if you just flick it, right, we got a little leaf there. And then there's this one. Kind of pull that one up. Come on, one little buddy there that wants to stay in. Looks like a little tiny tree, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess I called it like a sprig, but it's kind of looks like a little tiny tree too. Okay. All right, let's just actually, we need to kind of clean this thing off. Bear with me one sec. Man, looks like a really stuck on there. There. Kind of clean it off for our next card that we'll do in a moment. Okay, let's see. I think we have all of our parts and pieces now. Okay, so we are going to, oh yeah, we need to do, yeah, let's do the rest of our stamping, right? Or all, well, not the rest. How about do our stamping? Okay, so we've got this little, where's my, get the silicone mat. We might as well just lay these right on here right now. Then we know where they are too. Okay. All right. So we're going to grab our old olive ink first. Okay. We're going to use our Simply the Best stamp. We don't need that one right now, right? We're going to use this guy. So this is what I was saying. This is kind of a trick to get that just inside there, but that looks just lovely. Okay, and then we're going to use some fresh freesia ink, and of course I pulled my old olive and fresh freesia ink pads out because I'm using designer series paper that has fresh freesia and old olive in it. That's what we do, ladies, right? Okay, so we're just gonna kind of fill in a bit on here, okay? Because that was a big label and kind of a small-ish sentiment, right? So I thought I'll just kind of fill it in a bit. And then there, right there. So isn't that so pretty? This is another one of those stamps, you know, that I could just like stamp in the corner of everything I ever do and make. And that would make me very happy. Okay, so let's do, we're going to put this basic white piece on the inside. Again, this was a soft seafoam card base. Let's actually flip it the right way. Either that or we would just have an offset trifold on the other side. There we go. And now for the most beautiful part about this card, this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous designer series paper, the lovely and beautiful. So that's the back side, actually. You can see right on there also, right? So we are going to flip this one this way and this one this way to add our adhesive, because the bigger piece has the more geometric pattern showing, and then the smaller piece has, so we're going to just scoot that right over there, has the old olive kind of more neutral pattern showing. Okay, so If you don't press too hard, you can kind of shimmy it around until you get it where you want it, and I think I'm happy with that. And then we'll put this strip right on here. So again, the idea of this online card making class is, obviously you're following along right now and hopefully enjoying, loving these beautiful projects. And then it's inspiring you to want to make them also. So again, put your order in of at least $50. I'll ship you these card kits for free. And then you can go back and watch this video again later. So it's here on Facebook for 30 days, and then it's also always available over on YouTube. So I upload this video over to YouTube as well. So you can make these projects again with me anytime, whenever you get all your parts and pieces, right? Okay, so just as I'm talking, I'm realizing, oops, I kind of forgot to slip these in, but I think I did this when I first made this card because it was kind of like this, and I'm like, oh, this needs something else. So then you kind of just carefully peel this back a little bit, and we're going to kind of put that one right there and put that one right there. So yeah, just adds like a little bit of detail, right? And then, as always, we have to add a little bling and some pretty ribbon. So this is still some of my favorite, I think, because it's kind of a neutral, this gold striped mesh ribbon. It may actually not be orderable at the moment. I think it might be coming back in stock in the next week or two. So just hold tight if you don't have this ribbon. I used it a lot for the holidays, but I think it goes really well with this particular designer series paper, that lovely and beautiful designer series paper, because of all of those kind of gold accents in the designer series paper too. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna grab our mini glue dot here. I keep doing that and it's like there we go. I don't catch it the way I want to. So we've got that, and now we're gonna add, these are still available. These have been around for a good long while. These are the iridescent foil gems. You can see I just have a few left, and I've already got another pack on order because I still use them very regularly. They're just a beautiful kind of like they have like little champagne sparkles inside, I'm going to say, gold or champagne sparkles. So I like to just kind of add them around a bit on my card. So we're going to put one there, and I actually put a few of them right on these. Did that go? It did. There we go. Just kind of right on the little spriggy guys too. Okay, and we'll do one more. Maybe right there, right? Okay, so if we press firmly on that, there we go. So there is our next project, simply the best. And you could put any kind of a sentiment inside there as well that you might like to do. Whatever suits your fancy, right, ladies? Okay, so we're going to kind of put this stuff back here. I want to clean these little babies off real quick. And I have one more fun card, and I think it's got another little bit of a fun fold on the fun card too. Okay. All right, so got that one. Scoop these guys out of the way. All right. Okay, let's see. Yep, okay. I feel like I'm like really happy with my organization skills today, ladies. There are a couple things on the floor, but you guys have no idea about that if I hadn't told you, right? So, okay, last card. Had to throw in a Valentine's Day card because it is coming, ladies. And so yes, we've got a little fun fold right there. And you could stamp a sentiment inside there too, if you would like. I did not, but obviously you certainly could. But check out, that's kind of a, Sharon, you have to tell me, what do you think that fold is called? I have no idea on that one. A front flippy fun fold. That's maybe what I'll call it. Something like that. Okay. Just was peeking. I think we talked about most everything there. Okay. So now we are looking at our, okay, so let me show you. So I've used some of these parts and pieces definitely on the other Valentine's Day cards. I've done those for the past couple of Facebook Lives. So, and thank you guys for joining me today. I'm trying to be so good and consistent. Every Friday, I'm here at 11:30 with either a Facebook Live or once a month instead of Facebook Live, I am doing an online card making class. So that's what today is, 4 cards instead of just 2 on Facebook Live. So we are using that Be My Valentine stamp set. Again, that super cute little Happy Valentine's Day sentiment, which I think you would have seen on a previous Facebook Live. Then what else? We are also using the Spotlight on Nature dies. Got a couple more of them. There's a whole nother pack or another sheet of them in this package is also. It is a cute stamp set, right? I think because it can be for Valentine's Day, right? But then how about the I love you no matter what, and the love you, right? I think these are great great sentiments that you can use anytime. And little bees and the hearts are just kind of fun and happy as well. What Sharon says, fold back the front and call it a fun fold. Yeah, okay, exactly, Sharon. That's what I was thinking too. How funny. All right. Oh, the other fun thing that we are using, these are called the Hues of Blue Flowers. So you'll see those on the little sentiment. So we used some of the white flowers. So there are white flowers, cloud cover. I'm going to say Misty, Moonlight, and Secret Sea. Those are my guesses. But they're really cute, aren't they? Right. So there's some larger size and some smaller size. And I think these are going to be great for like springtime projects also. Those pretty, even the dark, right? Even the Secret Sea. But the lighter shades of blue for sure are going to be fun to use. Okay. Oop. Something sticking on there. Okay. Oh, and then we have some real red shiny ribbon that I am totally out of. So I have this one little bit of ribbon that I made into a bow all ready to go already. So that's going to go on our card. But that real red shiny ribbon, it's actually on the last chance list. It's discounted. I think it's like 10% off, so that's kind of fun. But it's still available. And it was from kind of our holiday mini catalog. But I'm like, hey, I'm going to keep using it because we really don't have too many ribbon choices available for Valentine's Day projects. So I love that the real red shiny ribbon. And then those are the little flowers that are on there too, right? Okay, so let's go ahead. And you know what? Yeah, I was thinking, where is my real red ink? I think I have things packed up to take down to Mike's already. And I'm like, yeah, where is... I noticed that, sorry, I'm like kind of wandering around my craft room because I noticed the other day, kind of when I was getting ready for, isn't this crazy? Like, my craft room is, oh, here it is. Okay, that's right, because we used the real red ink at our team meeting on Tuesday. I was like, where did that go? Okay, whew, crisis averted. Thank you, Lottie. Okay, so we are going to, where are my stamps? Here we go. My Happy Valentine's Day stamp. We're going to tap, 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 nice, easy. We're going to put that right on there. Yeah, this is such a cute, the font is just fun, right? It's like a cursive, but kind of a jaunty, fun cursive stamp. Or what do I want to say? Font, I guess. A jaunty cursive font. Okay, so now we're going to do this little bit of die cutting. So we've got this one here and this one here. We're going to use, again, a couple of these Spotlight on Nature dies. Still some of my favorite dies. This is another one, kind of like the Stitched Shapes dies that we used the other day on Facebook Live. And I was like, ladies, if you do not have these dies yet, I don't know what you are waiting for. I can say that also about these Spotlight on Nature dies. Love these things. All the circles and then with the little detail around the circles. Okay, let's see. my hope is by running it back and forth like that, that it helped all those little red pieces. And this one, I think I've used it so much, it gets pretty well embedded in there. So you just kind of, I'm just using my nail to kind of work. I don't want to pull too hard because I think I might rip it. I don't know if it's like the stitches in there, but mine is sticking a little bit. There's probably some hack out there that someone has come up with. You guys will have to let me know. Yeah. So this one, yeah, we got to poke out a couple things, but many of them came out, probably because they're all stuck in here. I probably should have cleaned that out. Maybe I'll try to do that before class on Tuesday. How's that? Some of them came out though, right? Because they're stuck on there. So yeah, there's that. Some, but not all. Okay, let me find my paper piercing tool. All right, we're going to do this right now. So this is my little, do you guys have, I have, you know, like from the dollar store or the Target, like dollar section, these little tins, kind of have them. All right, that's not too bad, right? But it's like a little trash can, right? Have these all over my craft table. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good. All right, we're going to start putting our card together. Okay, so this is the Made with Love Designer Series paper that we are using. I love this Made with Love Designer Series paper. So we have a couple pieces with the little X's and O's too. Those are super cute, right? But I love the stripes, that kind of diagonal stripe. And then all these floating hearts. Yeah, so cute. So you need 2 of each of these. So we're going to flip these over and add all of our adhesive. So you can see this, I mean, this card is not a difficult card. It's got that little bit of a flip back fun fold. And then it's really all about the Designer Series paper, which is definitely where my heart is most of the time. Yeah, I look at like, what Designer Series paper do I want to play with? And then I kind of build my card around that. I think that's just a fun way to do it too. Okay, so we're going to put some, right, we're going to put a piece of Designer Series paper right here. Okay, and then we're going to put the stripey right inside, or on that kind of flip right there. Then we're going to, I want to open this up so you guys can see, right? Oops. Scoot that one over there. Then we're going to put some more Designer Series paper on the inside of our card. And then right here, we are, let's see, that got stuck down at the bottom over a little bit too far. So let me see if there we go. Yeah, so just don't ever press too firmly, and you can kind of lift it up and move it where you want it. So there we go. All right. So yeah, look at, oh, Philomena, you got your birthday card. You're so very welcome. You know, so your birthday, I believe, is the 11th of January, which is the day after. So my dad's birthday is on the 10th of January. So I always think of you right around that time too. And I was a little bit tardy in getting my cards out to everybody. So I apologize because I don't think it got to you before your birthday, but know that I was thinking about you on your birthday too. I think we were having like snow, if I remember that weekend correctly. So yes, hopefully you had a wonderful birthday. And again, you're so very welcome. And honestly, if anybody is watching, if you have not signed up for my email list, the link for that will be in the description of this Facebook Live video. Make sure you do that. And when you sign up for my email list, make sure you give me your birth date. Don't need the year. I don't need to know how old you are unless you want to give me that. Doesn't matter. I just need the day and the month. And then I need your address. If you don't give me your address, then I can't mail you a birthday card. So it's funny because I have people that will sign up for my email list and they'll give me their birthday, but then they don't tell me what their address is. So I can't send them a birthday card if I don't have their address. So love to do that every single month. I love to send birthday cards out to anyone that's on my email list that has given me their birthday. Okay, so do that, please. Plus, you also get a free tutorial when you sign up for my email list. So lots and lots of reasons to sign up for my email list. Plus, you stay updated on everything that is going on when you sign up for my email list. Okay, so we're going to put that little red bow. It's funny, I'm always trying to, maybe I should just put it down a little bit more. There. Try not to cover up the Happy Valentine's Day part, although you really know what it says, right? Especially with all the pretty fun reds and pinks. Okay, so then one last little touch. We are going to add a couple of these little flowers. Oops, did I get underneath there? There we go. We're going to do these up here. We're going to do one there, and we're going to do one there. And then there we go. So all 4 cards completed, ladies. Is that one going to stay? I don't know. Is that one going to fold better, right? Okay. So there we go, ladies. We did it once again. Another simple, beautiful online card class is completed today. So thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, if you put an online order in through me of at least $50, you're going to get all the parts and pieces excuse me, shipped to you for free. I do that all on my own, take care of that shipping cost for you. Love to get these parts and pieces sent out to you. Again, there are lots of links to order and to get the supply list for all these cards, and even the list already in your shopping cart if you need to order some of these products to finish these cards, okay? Like ink and stamps especially, all right? Thanks for joining me, everybody. We will see you actually next Friday. We'll be back for another Facebook Live. And actually, this is so funny. I was watching the news the other night, which I don't watch the news very much ever at all. But I loved the man at the end of the newscast said to everyone, "Thank you for the privilege of your time." And I just thought that was the coolest thing to say. So I am going to say it to you as well. Thank you, ladies, for the privilege of your time today. And we will see you next Friday right here at 11:30. Thanks, guys. See you then. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.